Something?
Absolutely.
All right, you're doing
I'm
well.
ready.
It's pretty, your mic's low, but I can hear you well. So as long as you speak.
I will speak.
Okay. So Sam, tell us a little bit about your preschool search and why you ended up coming here to BPCP.
Sure. Well, being a parent of two daughters, when my oldest was ready for preschool, we made the rounds through the community. And what my wife and I were really looking for was an extension of our home, a place where the children were in a positive environment. They were happy, they were nurtured to an extent, but really taught the right social skills. And the focus was primarily on the children. Coming into this school versus many of the others on the west side, it was readily apparent right out of the gates that this is a very warm and nurturing environment. The focus is on the children. The administration, the teachers, the front office staff, all the way to Miss Christie, they want to be there, they're happy, they're energized, and it was reflected in the kids. And it was a very balanced experience, and it wasn't overly academic, it wasn't overly social, it was just very balanced. And again, you see it in the smiles of the children when we first walked in, all the way to day one. And when we started, I was expecting and heard horror stories about separation and all the anxiety that goes along with it. And it was actually one of those moments where Ava, our oldest, separated, said, "Bye, Dad, bye, Mom," ran off. And my wife and I are looking at each other like, what did we just miss? No tears, nothing? And that was a great sign right out of the gates, knowing that this is the right place. She's graduated, our second's about to graduate, and it's been a wonderful experience for both girls.
So how do you think BPCP, being a developmental preschool, has helped them, your oldest daughter and now your younger daughter, matriculate to the school that you want them to go to?
Well, I think that process is nerve-wracking for any parent going through, especially a first-time parent. And the preparation, I can tell you, is on par with any of the other schools in town. When Ava started going into elementary school, she was on par with all the other children. There was never a feeling that we wish we had more academics or less academics. It was absolutely the right amount. And the preparation is very natural. It's organic in the way the children grow and adapt. And you can see it throughout the 3 years, that every year that goes by, your child gets more and more comfortable. And there's a focus, enough of a focus on academics, that when it's time to transition to kindergarten, it's a seamless transition. There weren't any issues on our end. I've seen it from other kids who have been part of Brentwood Press and move on to other schools. Exact same story. And I think a lot of the credit goes to Miss Christie and the teachers and the curriculum, where again, that education process is as much focus on developmental and social as it is prepping them to transition seamlessly into kindergarten and the next level.
And did you have a choice of schools, or how did Christy help you? Did you get into your first choice? Tell us a little bit about that.
We did. So we started our process, I sat there with my wife, and we're overwhelmed like any other parent, saying, what is the right school for our daughter? Sitting down with Christy, sitting down with the teachers, one of the areas that really provided calm to us throughout the process is they knew our daughter so well that it felt like they were making a recommendation sitting in our shoes. And it started off as, here are some recommendations, go out and explore. It wasn't, this is the school that your child must attend. And when we did our research, we narrowed our list down to a short list of a handful of schools. Christy and again, Miss Tony and our teachers said, these would all be great fits for your family, your children, your child. And when we went through the interview process, we did get accepted into our first choice. And again, I'll go back on the transition. Couldn't have been a smoother transition. Now my daughter's entering second grade in the fall. Couldn't have had a better first 2 years. And my youngest, when she graduates, she'll be attending as well. And again, kudos to the faculty, kudos to Miss Christie and the teachers for knowing our children so well that they're able to match it with the right choice of schools.
Great. And can you give me, you might want to think about this, one word that describes the preschool? Because I'm going to edit all these together, all the one words. So if you want to think about it for a second.
So many words come to mind.
You can put a couple out. I'll pick one.
I will say positivity, joy, and happiness. And you can pick your favorite.
Great. All right.
Thank you.
All good. Easy. Pain.